sky is broad, my mother. His expanses hold the stars and moon, and many sighs of supplicants across his boundless face are strewn, which sail upon the night wolf's song, away beyond the highest star, to find a port no ancient ship has seen, though it has traveled far. And when his hosts are gathered, high above this foreign world of men, where I have wandered long, O Mother, yearning to see home again, the moment sees their light, and sets its visage to await command, to lift its gate and welcome mighty destiny from heaven's hand. He sets the moon's blue gaze upon me, cloaked in visions on my bed, and reaches like a hand of flame to rouse the sleeping and the dead. I feel him probe behind the lids that guard me from the heaven's light, and trouble me that I might rise to listen to the song of night. And out of dreams, O Mother, I awake beneath the boundless sky. He banishes my slumber, gazing steadfast with his silver eye upon his unseen throne. From out of ages when I came to be, he peers into my midnight meditation, and he summons me. And so I rise and set my secret plea upon the twilight breeze, that he might bear it on his azure pinions far across the seas, and find a place my yearning heart returns to when the day is done, and bring my soul an answer with the morning hour's triumphant sun. And as I stand and watch my whispers sailing from this lonely shore, the night grows still and ready to receive what I am waiting for. Then from the forests, dark and still, concealing souls between their trees, I hear an ancient song ascending slowly on the evening breeze, an ageless word that rises on the single note that bears its tune. I hear the wolf, O Mother, sing to heaven and the silver moon. I hear him in the silence that I sought to cloak with songs of mirth, and from whose voice I'd fled to seek a refuge with the sons of earth. My heart of stone had feared to hear itself, lest silence be the sound, where living flesh should beat, and songs of joyous angels should resound. But I am found alone, upon my bed and ambushed unawares, when prayer bears my ear to hear what revelers would never dare. The sound is like a saber, drawn from out of depths of gloom and shade, that falls upon the hour of dreams, to strike it with a silver blade. It delves to places buried long by laughter and the sounds of day, and finds me in the time of prayer, swiftly come from far away. For though it stood afar, yet it was closer than my beating heart, and rises when my silence tears the tumult of the world apart. For by some means I know him, and my eyes have seen the wolf before, convening with his fellows for the hunt upon the woodland floor. He followed them and led them, seeking food beneath the noonday sun, and sought himself a name the pack might sing of when the day was done. I know the path he walked, O Mother. Many have I had of quests, and conquered countless castles in the clouds that crown the sunlit west. But these were only mist, not good for even breath to fill my chest, much less a home of wanderers in search of everlasting rest. And I had said, a blessed man is one who never finds his dreams, or climbs to palaces of cloud upon the sunlight's golden beams. For he can drink the salty dew of hope until the day he dies, upon a road to smoke and mist, but drink the light place with his eyes. But I have missed his fortune, having reached those fickle gates before, ever been told the land of living souls is only myth and lore. I bowed my head before the red horizon, and I beat my breast and waited for the night to quench her fires and give my spirit rest. Relent, O wolf, torment me not with songs that kindle new that flame. For prudent men of goodly flesh and bone play not such foolish games. And yet I know he must, O mother. I was there to see him rise, and leave his folk and race to where the place of supplication lies. I saw him there and said, he is a wolf who goes without the pack, and gives his fleeting life to evening winds, and does not take it back. He kept it many years sustained, and hidden from the hunter's bow. And why, he asked at last, for I have died and perished long ago. And in between the trees of night, I see the wolf appear again, diffuse and reassume his form in moments that have ever been. I look, but his reality eludes me ever just too soon, escaping in and out of shadows from my eyes and from the moon. Say nothing of this, mother. Let it not be heard by mortal men, whose praise I must attain before I die and see them not again. But sometimes when the sons of earth are dancing in the land of dreams, and unawakened by the wind, and numb to heaven's gentle beams, I steal away from out my window, running to the night wolf's voice. I dare to call him real, and taste his yearning, and to make his choice. The sky above us watches, clothed in colors and in festive dress. A diamond shining blue is on the hand by which the heavens bless. My heart is moved to jealousy by depths that lie behind his eyes, and troubled by their endless miles, adorned in red and purple dyes. For such might be a hope for lonely pilgrims in a foreign land, imploring to be taken from the highway home by heaven's hand, who search like deer for springs to give them life between an empty space, since what eludes them here may flow upon the sky's unbounded face. The voice that rides the deepest hour of dreams is meant for such as these, and passage on the ship that comes for them upon the evening breeze. But my eyes are a desert waste, and shallower than pools of rain, upon which never ships could sail to bear one to the starlit plain. And so I know I must be fearsome, running with my gaze held high, to stand beside the wolf upon the hill before the chance should die. Like panthers through the woods, the world dispatches fears to hunt me down, and drag me to the mouth that feeds on men of praise and great renown. I almost let them slake their black desire upon my lifeless soul, to hold it in their mouths until the final hour of night should toll. But then I look at my companion, see his eyes of diamond flame, and from their light the shadows flee to find the pit from which they came. He rises in his den of shades and steps upon the forest floor, and I am placed beside him by the one whom we shall both implore. And so the wolf begins, beneath the shadows of the swaying trees, who raise their hands to make a hymn in union with the running breeze. With me a step behind him, he proceeds along the woodland path, until the river, full of men who perished, full of pride and wrath. The wolf slows not a footfall, but he crosses in a mighty bound, and fearlessly behind him I am borne to stand on solid ground. And faster he continues, past the world where I had held my reign, and strikes it with the lantern of his eyes, and shows it clear and plain. A lifeless stone is there revealed, where I had thought my kingdom stood. The winds blow over nothingness, and bear it off across the wood. And then the valley beckons, mother. There I see it through the trees, and there an endless ladder made of moonbeams and of countless pleas, atop the lonely mountain, standing tall above the quiet plain, adorned in wind and light that streams upon its face like silver rain. With eyes upon it we proceed, and past the homes where children lie, imploring for a steed to comfort them on wings across the sky. We pass by ancients, staring up like wide-eyed infants at the stars, with eyes like crystal pools of endless depth that see forever far. We run past foxes, journeying on seas of tears inside their dens, and deer in search of waters that will never let them thirst again, past hermits trimming lamps in imitation of a greater light, awaiting that for which they keep their vigil fiercely through the night, and past a secret garden, past a hidden place behind my eyes, whose door I long have cloaked with quests and covered in a web of lies. And though I beg my gray-eyed mystic leader that he turn aside, he presses on, my mother, to the place where you and I have died. Its paths are dark and windswept, and its grounds are filled with smoke and stone, where trees of golden fruit should stand, and life should have her flowered throne. And I must walk that garden with the night wolf, he and I alone, with heaven's silver eye upon us, piercing through my blood and bone. O wolf, you are a hard companion, reason you refuse to heed. How many times this garden have I searched, and found no root or seed, much less a spring of life, upon which tiny herbs might grow to trees, an answer for the thirst that strikes a man upon his bended knees. So take me from here, wolf, now back to daylight in the world of men, where I can seek a refuge and forget until we meet again. Their laughter and their words can drown the whispers of the ancient wind, and cover me with flesh to hide the garden lying dead within. The night wolf pays no heed. He treads the garden's every length and span, until its farthest corner, where I stand with him, a broken man. And now the night wind says, your heart is ready for a swifter stride, for none can run behind the wolf, who bear the weight of laughing pride. Now follow him, O wanderer, now bend your legs and make them run. Hold firmly to your leader, for you shall not find another one. Do not embrace me, mother, it is his voice that I recognize, and his voice which has resonance in me, as in the sapphire skies. For though you saw my youngest hour, you could not say from where I came. The wolf is he whose utterance reveals my true and ancient name. So pardon me, O mother, I must leave to heed the wind's command, for in the wolf I know my only kinsman in this foreign land, the only one who wakes with me when all the world is fast asleep, to seek a moonlit hill that crowns the valley when the night is deep, the only one that all the nation's rivers fail to satisfy, who bears his nameless thirst across the hidden hour that hears my sigh, the only one who stands outside of company's enchanted walls, who dares to cease his shouts and hear the silence and the heavens call. and not ignore the summons which we first discerned in days of old, until he cry to heaven with his note of answer, long and cold. The moon keeps vigil high above the purple ramparts of the clouds, and guards the gates of sapphire, through which beggars only are allowed. The clover and the leaves make way to clear the ancient royal road, and chant requests to strengthen me, who run beneath my unseen load, commanded by a voice that goes before us like the tempest's steed, to bring me to where heaven waits to satisfy my only need. The twilight's blue-eyed daughter is obedient to his decree, and passes his command to every blade of grass and every tree. Make way before the wanderer in lands of exile not his own, a living soul sojourning in a valley strewn with lifeless bones. Make way before the hidden dream that lingers on when sleep is gone. Make way before the yearning of the night to be the light of dawn. Make way before the sleeper who is roused by silence in his ears. The mourner in the mire who comes to cleanse himself with streams of tears. Make way across the darkened void, disturbed by tongues of silver fire. Make way before the wolf, before the soul that seeks its lone desire. Within my heart are words, beneath my spirit waits an infant's cry, which pine for me to lift my open hands and set them free to fly. Fear not, my tender doves, you shall ascend on wings of purest white. The mountain stands before me, nothing keeps it from my line of sight. The night wolf bears down harder, straining towards it with all his might. So don your priestly robes, you shall be prayers there for me tonight. The hill is steep, O mother, and I lack the strength to mount its slope. The way is not my own to where I aim to lay my final hope. The wolf who charts my course is he who now must be my gray-maned steed. Before the world's foundation, it was thus determined and decreed. As through a gate of ivory, we pass beyond the moment's wall, and stand upon the hallowed summit, lifted by the heaven's call. And there, beside the wolf, I lift my face beneath the running breeze, and joined as one, we meet the heaven's gaze, and fall upon our knees. And then we cut the fetters from what strove within us while we ran. We loose its wings and let it show the planets their unbounded span. With heads thrown back beneath the moon, we free it from its fleshly cage, and let our song ascend above the nations of the passing age. Our prayer rides like lightning, unsheathed from darkness, mist, and cloud. Upon the tempest's searing blade it smites the cedars, tall and proud, and clears the way for shallow pools to gaze into an endless space, that in reflection they'd acquire the depth of his unbounded face. My prayer rides the twilight wind, it measures starless lengths of sky, to know what depth of emptiness my spirit longs to satisfy, and wake the reckless haste of those who hope to see the dead arise, and ride the song of wolves to find my home before the moment dies. My prayer rides the thunder, at his hammer's point are songs of love, that turn the haughty cliffs to meadows, raining blows from up above. It bellows across the valley to the flowers, lofty-eyed and sure. The wind shall pass tomorrow by, to find your roots did not endure. And then I see the wisdom of the wolf, who men deride to shame. No foolery is in his eyes to light their dancing diamond flame. For he believes the heaven's voice, and follows it without delay. And other beasts shall die like men, and by the winds be swept away. The wind brings with it silence, and my song is left this foreign coast, imploring me to send again my chorus to the starry host. And readily I answer, for my sleep has been my bitter foe, the time when men forget their home to wallow in the world they know. So fight back slumber, O my soul, and sing beside your blue-eyed friend, with every chord ascending to the light where yearning has its end. For everlasting day, it is a true day, waits for your return, and waits to show you plain what now in shadows moves your heart to burn. My help is coming, mother, over moonlit seas of white and blue. Before a lifetime passes, it will carry me away from you. Make haste and speak your prayer, for the moment will be over soon, and silence shall remain beneath the heavens and the silver moon.